Is there anything procedurally we can do to get Chairman Cook to send the paperwork to calendars that was voted upon 14 days ago?
Mr. Stickland, that's, I think, the fourth time you've asked the same question.
You haven't answered it, Mr. Speaker.
The chair answered the question earlier today.
What was the answer, sir? Could you please repeat it for me?
As always, Mr. Stickland, members need to work with other members and with the chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, what do we do when it's very apparent that the chairman does not want to work with us or the 80 people who support the bill publicly?
Again, Mr. Stickland, I'd advise you to go speak with
Mr.
the
Speaker,
chairman.
is there any procedural move that we could remove a chairman or put in a temporary chairman so that they can act and do the people's business?
No.
Could you do it, Mr. Speaker?
I would advise you to speak to the parliamentarians if there is some
Mr. Speaker,
parliamentary question that you have for them.
Mr. Speaker, is a committee chairman removable at will by the Speaker at any point?
Not by this speaker, no.
Do the rules permit you to do it if you so choose, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Stickland, I think we've had enough of this conversation.
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Speaker.
State your inquiry.
Did you select Byron Cook as the chairman of State Affairs, who has sat on House Bill 14 for 14 days?
Thank you, Mr. Stickland. Members, if you have any further announcements, bring them down front.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Stickland, for
Parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry.
Did you appoint Chairman Cook to Chairman of State Affairs?
I think clearly the answer is yes. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, is there anyone else on the State Affairs Committee that could get the paperwork to the Calendars Committee on the governor's priority that has 80 co-authors on it?
Mr. Stickland, again, I would urge you to work with the chairman and the members of the committee if you have questions or concerns.
Mr. Speaker, have you asked them to move it?